What's good, Denver? It's Shelly Martinez, your host of Chopping It Up with Shelly at Hollywood Barbershop.
This is the Barbershop. Barbershop. This is the Barbershop. The place where a black man means so.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
It always starts off as just a dream.
Take a look,
And eventually, this dream becomes an obsession.
into your imagination.
An obsession you turn into a reality.
Begin
But what if you're the only person that can see the vision? What if it's only you standing up for your dreams? When you feel like the world is against you, take a breath. When you have an idea that's contagious, do it. There isn't anything in this world that can't be done. You just have to want it. No, you have to feel hurt, dare, doubt, commit. Fear the what if. Because what's greater inside of you is bigger than your doubt, bigger than your fear. You have to overcome all obstacles to be able to say that you can be anything. So shoot for the stars. No, shoot for the moon. No, go higher, higher. Shoot for the universe. Keep dreaming and do not stop. Because the world needs people like you and me. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of the dream.
What's good, Denver? It's Chopping Up with Shelly over here at Hollywood's Barbershop, and I have some of Denver's best here, okay? They're called Chocolate and Herb. If you haven't heard of them, you better heard. You know what I mean? So, tell me all about Chocolate and Herb. Where do we start? Where do we begin?
Well, number one, we are the most efficacious CBD product on the market. Basically, how we started is just two kids who love weed and video games. So we created, our whole brand is kind of surrounded by that and nostalgic flavor profiles and stuff.
That's what. So, what do you do?
I am the chocolatier and co-owner of Chocolate and Herb.
So you're the one comes up with all the funky
The
designs
flavors.
and flavors.
Kind of collab a little bit, but
No, that's all her. No.
Where do you get your inspiration from, like as far as the flavors and stuff?
gaming, different Pokemon characters, just nostalgia from like when we were kids and when we were young. And then I kind of go off of that character and bring flavors in that kind of pair with that. It's just in my head.
Now, like as you guys can see, and if you can't see, I'll definitely post some more closer pictures, but the designs that you put on the bonbons themselves are very, very like beautifully created. Like, are you like, do you draw? Are you a creative like art person?
I cannot draw.
Really? But you're really good. It's like abstract art.
But yeah, that's what I think I'm good at.
That's pretty dope.
I definitely think she's an artist.
I can't
yeah.
draw it at all though. period.
But just I mean, chocolate's an artist. Like when she gets things set up for her chocolate, she does kind of sketch a certain look out, and it yeah, to some people who first see it, you're like, what the hell is this? Is chicken scratch? But when she puts paint to it, it's like, yo, you are an artist. You saw something and then put it together.
Well,
and
with
then
these characters right here, it's taken me like 3 different
evolutions, really.
yeah, to get to this one.
to
right
this
here.
stage, and we're still evolving.
Color wise and like design wise.
Tell me about the bonbon itself. Like, what does the experience feel like? What does it taste like? That kind of stuff.
Oh man.
Like, what is your intention?
Okay, well, for me, it's making sure people understand, like, with CBD, especially in cannabis, like, CBD and chocolate create this bliss molecule called an anandamide. So knowing that, and a bliss molecule basically is just to make you happy, right? So thinking of a cool way to, to
We
incorporate-
like happy.
Yeah, to incorporate those flavors and like for me, I always wanted to be in the cannabis industry. I wanted to make edibles, right? And unfortunately, coming from Texas, the background behind it and getting the licenses and understanding that, so getting into CBD was like my introduction, our introduction to getting into cannabis and making those edibles. Well, you don't have to get high, people high to have a good time, right? So for us, when we honestly,
Trying to make them feel good.
yeah, when we first started this, honestly, coming from Texas, we had a really hard struggle, right? So for us, these games, right, these sci-fi movies is what kept us happy, just to be a part of this industry out here in Denver. So it's a little bit of mixture of like our story of nostalgia, but also too a very cool way of showing you how CBD works. I still feel like people don't really understand, other than THC getting you high, but what other benefits can you have from CBD? So going back to like, this is kind of a war between us both, because my favorite character in that box is Jiggles, and Jiggles is the pink one right underneath that blue one right there. And
Okay.
the reason why Jiggles is my favorite, it's a little bit of both. I remember on my way camping with my aunt and uncle, I always used to have this Game Boy. It was the purple one, and I used to play, the Pokemon game on there, right? And it was that moment because, once I got done playing the game, right, my aunt would be like, yo, you gotta put your Game Boy up, you can't bring it out to the campsite, right? But we still made that experience within our camping experience. So when we would make like s'mores, and that goes back to why I love Jiggles so much, because it's like my childhood nostalgia. So it's milk chocolate with a roasted meringue on top of a buttered graham cracker, right? Everything
That
you would
sounds
do,
good.
right? So trying to put those nostalgic moments in bite-sized form, and hopefully to like ignite some sort of happiness within other people, because creativity has different forms. For us, we just put it in bite size.
How difficult is it to extract and to implement those components of CBD into like chocolate?
Well, I can't give too much sauce.
No, you don't want to give the secret sauce away, but is it pretty elaborate? Like,
Okay, let me say this. If you are, for the form that we're doing, so we're actually using a CBD isolate in there. So it's tasteless, so that way you can still get the amazing like flavor components that Meredith makes, but still the effect of the purpose of CBD. So yeah, it's pretty tough. So right now we actually, instead of me always doing the extractions, we actually have been conversing with people to partner up with other CBD companies that actually believe in this cause and this brand.
and what just in case people don't really understand what CBD is, what health benefits does it have? Why would you even use CBD?
Well, first and foremost, CBD is very beneficial. Like right now, I just took a bite for anxiety, right?
Because he's nervous about being on chocolate with Shelly. I'm
Yeah,
nervous,
right? But just in any moment, any realm, like CBD helps with anxiety. It helps with arthritis, right? If you have like sensitive bones, or you have trouble sleeping with insomnia. Like I mentioned before, with chocolate and CBD, it can help with appetite as well. list goes on and on. The best thing with this amazing plant is that we're still learning about it. So these are just a couple of things that CBD helps with.
And it doesn't give you a mental high.
No.
It's not mind altering.
Not at all. It's beneficial for your body. It's beneficial
Yeah.
for your receptors, right? Your neurotransmitters. Because like I said before, that bliss molecule, your receptors actually naturally create that. So it's just like, and that's again the most important thing. Cannabis is something that your body, cannabinoid system already makes. So making sure that people understand that. So that way, listen, if you choose to smoke some THC and get a little high, but if you want to add some CBD into it, knowing like those different elements can help out and give you a better experience. That's what this whole objective, at least for us, is about, is making sure you can understand the different experiences that you can have with cannabis.
So you guys are from Texas, correct?
Yes.
So when you moved to Denver, what kind of experience have you had so far in the Denver community with this product?
I think that we've had like an immense amount of support.
Oh yeah.
Way more than we had in Texas. Even I feel like our friends who did, smoke or whatever in Texas, like you still don't see the benefits as much of it out there, the positive aspect of it out there that you see out here.
Yeah, I'm really from Dallas, so I'm gonna keep it because you have a lot of people watching your show. I'm not even gonna say all of that. I think right here for us in Denver, it's just knowing like this is a privilege, it's a luxury. We come from Texas, like we don't have this education because how it's set up, it's still criminally based for people of color, right? And coming out here, the experience that I had is just a lot of love and support because I think you guys have been in this industry for so long. You created that culture, right, within Colorado. So for us, because we're game heads, we love art, we're high, right, munchies all the time. So your culture here is so loving. So like, want to be supportive of whatever you're doing, and if it's about like adding more knowledge on the topic too, and it's fun, y'all are like, fuck yeah, let's go, So
Like really local.
yeah. So that's just I want to say that's a different experience, but I love it. It's like it's contagious. It's contagious out here.
I know, because you guys are my friends and also my clients, but even just since the first time you guys sat in my chair and came into Hollywood's, I've seen you guys grow so much, and you guys have really spread out in the community. What does the summer look like for you? And because you guys got so much going on.
You've been waiting to talk about this.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Do you want it well, first and foremost, like the game aesthetic, right? So I want to make sure people understand when I say characters, like our whole brand is about, the game, right? So our dispensing mechanism that's coming out this August is something very big. We actually have been working with some amazing creative people out here in Denver. Number one, we partnered up with Dibs, who is an artist out here that is literally painting the city. I'm blessed with the fact that Fresco, shout out to Fresco, Esco Park, who introduced me to him because his whole brand and aesthetic fits my creativity. So when we got together, it was just like one love cycle, bro. But them, and then oh my gosh, and then Bobby. So we're tapping into the meta realm of things as well. So we have events coming. We have our dispenser that's releasing at It's a Bodega, by the way. So if you haven't gone there, that's 1242 South Broadway Street. Again, 1242 South Broadway, the best #1 exotic candy store in Denver. Casey, you're the man.
Yeah, and he's also a person of color, so that's thumbs up right there.
Of course, yeah, gotta show love.
So a while back we were talking about this whole arcade idea, and it was a lot for me to wrap my head around because you go into the rabbit hole situation, you know what I mean? And it's just like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? But it's all about the metaverse, correct? And that's something that we're headed towards and moving into as we speak. I mean, if you have a smartphone, we're already headed that way.
Right.
So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. Because you're Shelly, so of course, you get the first scoop of everything. But so yes, our dispensing mechanism is an arcade. The reason why we picked that because it goes with our brand of each box set is sold as a level. every character, every level box has different characters in it too. So the reason why we picked that is because it's an immersive way, right? Like cannabis ignites creativity, and although Denver is well stacked with dispensaries and cultivation and processing and amazing brands and solventless companies that's setting the trend for where we're going to be later on, but we're still missing that immersive ability, like where cannabis really comes from, how you can what cannabis kind of ignites, who uses it. Because now when you see people step into dispensaries, you're like, yo, that's a doctor or a lawyer. Now you're able to see different faces use cannabis. And most importantly, like CBD, like a lot of gamers too use this as well. So with our arcade, it's just, for me, again, going back to nostalgia, it's just something that I love and a fun way to kind of show people, like, hey, we're a CBD company, but we also love games. So this is a kind of a cool way to enjoy our product.
Now you've also mentioned like level 2, level 4s, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Enlighten me on what that means.
So our level 2 is just the box sizes, and our level 2 is like our smaller concepts. So right now we're actually sold out of our level 2s. There's a small amount at It's a Bodega, again, 1242 South Broadway. Go check out Casey and tell him that Chocolate Herb sent you. But we have a limited amount of product in general right now. But level 2 is a small box size that holds 2 of our characters, and in that level 2, it's
Red Forest Morning, which is a milk chocolate bonbon, all the way through milk chocolate ganache and shell. And then it's Star Shooter, which is a dark chocolate shell and sea salt caramel.
Yeah. And then we have our level 4 here, and like I mentioned before, all of our box sets come in with different amount of characters. So when you open a level 2, it's going to be completely different from your level 4 and your level 6. So in our arcade, we're going to hold our level 4 and 6 in there. So for our level 4, we have these characters. So I said Jiggles.
Pikachu, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I was about to say that's her favorite.
It's a yuzu ganache, kind of like similar to the cheesecake, because yuzu is a lemon citrus. And then a graham cracker crust, white chocolate shell. Star Shooter is in there, which is also in level 2. That's like a really popular flavor, so just added that into there. And then Sonic's Fury, also my favorite though.
Yeah, it's
like,
a wake up treat. It's an espresso ganache that has a hazelnut wrapped
That sounds
inside,
amazing.
dark chocolate. So literally a bite of espresso wakes you up. Make sure you guys follow our Discord. It's going to be dropping this May. We'll also be dropping all of our characters that have been activated from level 2 to level 6, so you'll get a true introduction on May 4th as well.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Shout out.
And we also catered to Slim Thug.
Yes.
And that was dope. We got you were able to sit down with Slim Thug in person and talk to him, and
Yes.
and that was really dope.
I think that was dope. That was really cool for her, because coming from Texas, but like that was her dream.
He's a Houston artist.
Yeah. So this reminded us from back home too, because we were still, Fat Pimp, we catered for him. 2 Chainz, we catered for him. Boosie. So that artist love, that means a lot, but we're still trying to, I want that local culture.
Yeah.
That means,
Yep.
no disrespect, but that's what we're really going for too.
Yep. And shout out to celebrity chef Cuesta too.
Yes.
He put us on to a couple of those venues, so
Yes.
Mad props to him. So which one do I want to do? Which one would you want me to do?
Go ahead, I guess.
You
You should try the Star Shooter. You should try
Which
the
one's
Star
that?
ASMR
So,
with her.
so this one right here, right? So it's a
So there's 100 milligrams now.
so it is a dark chocolate with a sea salt caramel.
That is so pretty. All of these are so pretty, and you guys can't even see them. The justice, getting them on film, it does not give them justice. But
Yeah, Meredith does her thing, and also too, a lot of people don't understand.
oh, look at that caramel come out.
Yeah, oozing in
Oh my
you.
god. Oh my god.
A different experience, right, than what you just had. That's the whole point. So yeah, 50 milligrams each character. Okay.
And they just melt in your mouth.
Every single one. Meredith does a really great job, because people don't, understand that these are actually hand painted. So, one day we'll get to the point where we have a lot of machinery, but she really does take her time with every single character that we create, which again is going to be at It's a Bodega, 1242 South Broadway. Check my man's out, man, for real. It's a Bodega.
That's really good. I mean, these things are so good. I could eat the whole box. But I
Dang,
can't.
now I want her to try Sonic's Fury because that
No,
one's
I want to be like falling asleep.
Again, no psychoactive trees, just CBD. So
Very good. Like my back hurts from working all day and my feet are sore. And I guarantee you that once this kicks in, I'm not going to feel any of that. It's going to be very nice. I'm going to sleep good tonight.
good.
Thank you very much.
Of course, anything for sure.
So tell me what the barbershop means to you guys.
Well, obviously, no, I'm not gonna say man. I'm not gonna cap like
No,
Mary's
because-
never been, but for
Because
me,
no, she has. Because I did her color.
Yep.
I've cut her hair. She's accompanied you many times
of course.
to the barbershop.
Well, for me, especially being a black trans man, I met Shelly before my transition. So getting my haircut was establishing for me who I was. You know, thank you, Brandon. I think who linked us, right?
yeah.
So
Shout out to Brandon, wherever he may be.
but you know, walking into a barbershop, especially, you have to be comfortable, right? Especially walking to a black barbershop. But when I saw you, it was almost like you had this energy, like everything's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? You didn't care what creed or whatever. I sat in your chair and you made me the best version of myself. And so for me, that's like when someone can do that, especially you feel like, okay, well, this is where I can come and just be myself and say everything. So this is where I started talking about my journey with creating Chocolate and Herb and like starting making that arcade. Like it all started here. So it's like really important to have somewhere other than just like your home that you can really truly be yourself and find the best version of yourself. Yes,
You know.
you are known as the #1 barbershop in Denver. Let that be known. I'm literally on the #1 barbershop podcast in Denver. Let that be known. So this feels monumental to me. But yeah, for sure, it's always been love. I walk in here, y'all show me love. Terrell, everybody. Like I'm so proud to say that I get my hair cut from Shelly at Hollywood Barber for
That's
sure.
what's up. And now we're working on the beard.
Oh yeah. I'm about to
You
get
know
my
what I'm
stuff
saying?
downstairs right now. You know what I'm saying? It's coming in next year when I come back. Y'all see. You know?
Yep.
But
So
yeah.
I'm really proud of you guys. You guys have come a long way since I've known you, and I just hope that you guys continue to move forward. And I encourage you to just stick with it. And I mean, because you guys are amazing together. I mean, there's nothing you guys can't do. I mean, you've already shown that to me. And I mean, not only me, myself personally, but so many others believe in you guys and what your mission is and stuff like that. And as a couple, you guys are just amazing together. So I hope and pray that everything comes into fruition for you guys. Just stay focused.
Thank you.
I see you out there doing stuff and meeting with people and stuff like that, and that makes me happy.
Thank you.
So
It's
you
because
guys
of
keep
people
that.
like you.
I was like,
Aw.
yeah, you
Yeah.
put us onto a lot of connections.
Yeah, that's
So
oh my gosh.
we wouldn't
$1 million
even be
connections
meeting
too
the
as
people
well.
that we're working with right now if it wasn't for you.
100%. That's why we do it. So
I just want to see you guys succeed because I know you will.
yes, of course. The last thing I definitely want to say before we leave is like I want everybody to remember that we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of the dream. Meaning that anything is possible. It does not matter who you are, what you look like, or where you come from. Just be the best version of yourself and do whatever you want.
Where can we find you guys on social media?
For sure, you can find us at chocolate__herb. You can also, like I said, make sure you go check us out at It's a Bodega. It's located off of 1242 South Broadway. And our website is www.chocolateandherb.com. Our Discord, which if you follow our Instagram, guys, our Discord is going to be so exciting. We have a lot of interesting things that are dropping. So make sure you follow our Discord, which will be attached to our Instagram. And yeah, stay tuned for more August.
Yes.
Arcade coming, yeah.
Yes. Again, Denver's best here, Chocolate and Herb, and Hollywood Barbershop bringing you the dopest shit as usual.
Let's go.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Let's